You've heard that AI is the future of SEO, but what does that really even mean? Maybe you're wondering how AI can go beyond rankings and create meaningful change for your website. In today's video, I'll explore how AI is completely revolutionizing SEO and how you can harness it for serious, long-term, effective growth. Welcome back to my channel, where we explore the intersection of technology and marketing strategy. My name is Chris Kirksey. Let's get started. Now, let's talk for a second about AI's current role in SEO. For a while, Google has been trying to integrate AI into its search results, and they've done it, some would say poorly, some would say effectively. But one thing's for certain, not anyone asked for Google to do this. But Google wants to stay ahead and stay in the AI game, right? That's why they also have Gemini. For a while, AI has not been known to be the marketer's greatest ally. In some cases it has, but in most cases, as you know, just writing copy, there's a lot of words that it uses that are the same, such as game changer, skyrocket, or elevate. These are basic phrases that AI, for some reason, no matter which platform you use, they love to use it. And this is kind of why it's so important to make sure that you have custom instructions when you're utilizing projects in GPT or Claude. Now, when it comes back to having AI in search engines, well, Google's done it, Bing's done it, and then there's Perplexity AI. And what we found is a lot of people are using these search engines. But what are they using these AI search engines for, and how are they using it? That's what marketers need to figure out. And from all the testing we've done and research we've done and different analytics that we've seen, basically a lot of people are using AI. I mean, recently ChatGPT overtook Bing in terms of search. We have to understand how people are searching. The real power in these search engines is in understanding how users search. So typing into Google the shorter keyword phrases. So if you're looking for ice cream near me, people are usually going to Google. Primarily, they have the local search results there. But here's the other thing. If somebody's looking for ice cream, they're going to be going to ChatGPT and typing in a much longer term, such as what is the best cookie dough ice cream place in Austin? Well, that's probably not something that they're going to type into Google, but that's very likely something they're going to type in to GPT or Perplexity. So figuring out how to optimize for these searches is key for your content. But before you go wild just creating content based off all these long tail searches, trying to match intent for GPT, Perplexity, Google, Bing, really what you want to start with is figuring out who you're speaking to. This means building a custom profile. When it comes to building these custom profiles out, you want to make sure that you're targeting the client, an example of a target client, the overview of who they are, their decision-making process. So if they want to go get ice cream, what triggers that decision? Maybe it's hot outside. You want to have all these factors in your customer profile. Also, their values and attitudes, their psychographics, the problems and pain points that they face. Also, the influencers and their decision supporters. You also want to touch on possible objections, key motivations, what they want to achieve, and then what they can expect. And from there, you also want to add in custom instructions. This is where you add a huge list of all the banned phrases. So these are the terms, as I said earlier, like game changer, skyrocket. So make sure to leverage AI fully for both SEO and GEO. Step one, make sure you've really spent the time to build out those customer profiles and put in the exact custom instructions for how you want the GPT engine or Claude engine to create content. Once you have those custom projects ready to rock and roll, you always want to make sure that you are properly structuring your prompts. This is essential. And then you want to also describe the goal of the content. So for us, in sales copy, our goal is to sell businesses on booking an expert SEO strategy. And then you also want to tell GPT that from the custom projects to pull and use different pain points or statistics that would help sell product. And you also want to give it a tone of voice. Now, one of my tricks here in tones of voice is in pairing tones of voice. So instead of saying something like, hey, in an ambitious tone of voice, you want to say in an ambitious and concise tone of voice. Or instead of saying in a clear tone of voice, a clear and insightful tone of voice. And also in the prompt, this is where you can have some fun playing with some rhetorical devices, such as antithesis, assonance, anesis, anadiplosis, list goes on. Now, when it comes to creating copy using these AI engines, is actually to just have a really great on-page SEO, which means don't create walls of content. Nobody wants to go land on a blog post and see paragraph on paragraph on paragraph without any images or infographics or anything in between the copy. That's not helpful. And guess what? When you have bullet points, it's easier for readers to grasp and understand what you're putting down. But on top of that, GPT and Perplexity love bullet points. So I'm not saying to litter your blog posts or your sales pages with bullet points. What I'm saying is to use them wisely throughout your content and strategically, because this will help that content get found in engines like GPT and Perplexity, which is really important. We do see a lot of our own customers getting found and getting new customers through these search engines. When it comes to using AI SEO tools, my face probably says it all. I'm not a huge fan. There's so many tools out there, and at the rate that AI is advancing, one tool can just be crushed by another one the next day. So if you're playing around with the different AI SEO tools, make sure you don't buy some year-long subscription that you're stuck in, because tomorrow you may wake up and there's a new SEO tool using AI that's significantly better. Also, when it comes to AI content creation tools, most of them, they're really just junk. They put out a lot of information. It all sounds the same. And that's because they're not based off of these huge customer profiles that we went over that you got to build. But on top of that, they don't have custom instructions that you can set to not use specific phrases. And really, the more concise your prompt is for creating a specific set of copy, the better that copy is going to be. For sales landing pages, you don't want to be giving AI some huge prompt that it's like 2,000 words. You do want to be very strategic in making sure that you have a single prompt for each little piece of the page. That is how you're going to create incredible content that actually ranks, actually converts, speaking to the customer's pain points. The list goes on. Also, some other wild things you can do, like using AI for SEO tactics, predictive analytics. You can actually export your Google Analytics data or your Bing Search Console data and throw it into GPT and have it analyze it and make predictions. So using AI for predictive analytics is insanely fun and awesome. You've got to try it. When it comes to techniques in SEO versus GEO, for SEO, there's what everyone knows, such as backlink building, keyword optimization, technical SEO, and high quality content creation. Whereas with GEO, you're really focused on optimizing your content for AI to better understand it. This is through structured data, semantic markup, schema.org, and natural language patterns that AI models can easily understand. And also it includes you being able to fine tune a prompt to guide the outputs. So when you're optimizing for both SEO and GEO, you do want to make sure that you're not forgetting about SEO. All those things like digital PR and building backlinks is significantly important for also getting found in GPT, because at the end of the day, links are the internet. Basically, Google and GPT, they have no way to know how trustworthy or credible your site, your brand is, unless other sites, other brands, and other publications are actually talking about your website or referencing your website, basically getting links to your website. Also, it's super important to make sure that you're not only publishing content on your own website, but you're repurposing that content or creating completely different and new content for social media, because Google and ChatGPT love to see brands that are talked about not just in search or just on their website. So it's really impactful if you are getting traffic through your YouTube channel or your Facebook, your LinkedIn, whatever it may be. These are all super impactful in 2025 and beyond, because Google and GPT are heavily focused on your brand. Cite credible resources. So whatever information you're pulling to create your information, make sure you're citing resources accurately and properly. GPT and Google both also love to see you actually quoting somebody for something relevant that you're talking about. Data is your best friend here. If you can figure out any way to weave in statistics or data about what you're talking about, that's really going to help you get found when people are searching in these generative engines. And lastly, optimize your content for ease of readability. The easier it is to read, the more likely it is to be shown. I love to use a tool called Conductor SEO, where you can click on the little extension in your Chrome browser. It'll give you the readability score of your content. And the easier it is to read, the more likely it is that generative engines like GPT and Perplexity are actually going to pick it up. Want to dive deeper into how AI is reshaping SEO? I've put together a free guide with actionable tips and strategies you can start using today. The link's in the description, so go check it out. Are you ready to take your SEO game to the next level with super powerful AI-driven strategies? Let's connect and see how we can help you achieve your goals. Click the link in the description, book a call, and let's get started. Oh, which reminds me, be sure to watch this video next, where I go deeper into how AI is transforming SEO. Click on the video on the screen now, and I'll see you there.